thank you all, first of all, for joining the live stream. There are so many of you in here right now talking, but as you can see by the title of this video, I was going to make an entirely separate video about this, kind of explaining my experience making daily content and being like a daily vlogger, if that's what you even want to call me. I wouldn't even consider myself that. So I thought that I would talk a little bit about that first, and then I will come into the chat and answer your guys' questions and stuff. But thank you so much. Oh, my hair looks great, but my hair is super fuzzy today, but thank you so much. You guys are so nice. Okay, so as you guys know, I did Vlogmas, and I just wanted to talk about, you know, like a lot of people were asking me, please keep up with daily vlogs, and I really want you to continue vlogging and doing it daily. And I totally agree. I had so much fun doing Vlogmas. It was a real like push for me. I honestly like wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to do it. Like I really wasn't sure, but it really pushed me. It like just forced me to create something every day, which I absolutely loved. Of course, there were days where I felt like I didn't want to put a camera in my face and I just kind of wanted to lay around in bed all day. But doing Vlogmas, I was like, I have to make a video today. I have to put the camera on. I have to create something. So that is something that I really enjoyed about it. And then another thing that was like a positive to it was it made me, I practiced a lot. So I always tell people when they're asking me like tips on how to start a YouTube channel, I'm always saying like practice, 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 just make a ton of videos. And for me, I was practicing like daily content. I was practicing making daily videos, and it made me a lot more comfortable like doing daily videos, and it made me a lot more comfortable just being able to pick up the camera and vlog on a day where I felt like I wasn't doing anything, because before I felt like I had to be doing something entertaining. I had to be doing something spectacular to make a vlog out of it, which really isn't true, because you guys just really want to see me and what I'm doing during the day, right? So that was another positive, is it kind of, you know, it made me more relaxed about vlogging. It made me enjoy vlogging my day-to-day life more. And I felt like I didn't have to be super interesting every day. It also made me learn to not to be a perfectionist, because I was such a perfectionist with all of my videos before. Like it had to be like a really good video. It had to be edited perfectly. I had to have like perfect shots. And like honestly, it made me realize that like it doesn't matter at all. Like that stuff really doesn't matter. Of course it's fun, and it's fun for me to do that and create that, but it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. And then also with like music choices, like I know a lot of people can like spend hours on end just trying to find the perfect song for a video. And when you're having to edit a video every single day, you don't have that time to spend hours looking for a song or editing. So that was another thing that it taught me, is just like that stuff really doesn't matter, and you just need to create. But a lot of people were like, can you keep up with it? Can you please keep doing it? And honestly, I just don't feel like daily content is sustainable, especially for my type of channel and what I do on my channel. I didn't start this being a daily vlogger. I didn't start this with the intentions of doing vlogs. So my intentions with this channel is to always bring you guys some type of value and to help educate you. And a huge part of the main reason I started my channel was because of veganism, and I want to educate people on that and inspire people and motivate people. And yes, I can do that throughout my day-to-day life, but I also want to do recipe videos and other styles of videos, and those types of videos take a lot more time to create and think about and edit and stuff like that, especially recipes. Like I have to be able to test them and create them before I can put them out to you guys. So that's sort of like the reason why I probably won't be doing daily videos. Another thing that I did notice when I was doing daily videos is a lot of people start to judge you a lot more. And it's not so much judging you on your video, it's more so personal judgment, that you have to really have a thick skin. Like I I really give kudos to daily vloggers for all of the hard work that they put in, especially, and also the fact that there is probably so many people just like hardcore judging their life, because that's what they're putting out there every day, is their life and what they're doing with their life. And that really like kind of, it didn't really surprise me, but there was a lot more people commenting about just like my life and judging me about my life. And I was like, okay, like this is something different that I'm not used to, because normally I'm just putting out like recipe videos and stuff like that. Anyways, so yeah, that being said, I probably won't be doing videos every day. I'm going to be doing videos probably every other day. That's what's more sustainable for me. Like, I wasn't really sleeping very well because I was editing every day, and then I had to get up early because I had to start filming. So I really put my health first, and that's what I always preach to you guys is, you know, get enough sleep, make sure you're eating properly, like all about like mental health and physical health. And I want to be an example of that, and doing daily videos, I probably wouldn't be. So I want to practice what I preach, and I want to put my health first. So that being said, I'm probably going to do videos like every other day. That's what's more sustainable for me. There probably will be days where I do daily videos, but I just don't want to, like, I really enjoyed it and I really like doing it. And like, this is my job. So doing videos every day, like, I really don't have an excuse not to create something every day or not to be working on something every day, because this is my job. This is what I do. Yeah, but I do need time for myself, and I need time to brainstorm. I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I'm just gonna do what works for me. And I don't want to have that label of being a daily vlogger, because I feel like that can stress out so many people. Like, you know, like I watch daily vloggers on YouTube, and if they don't upload one day, they get so stressed out about it, and people are like, oh my God, where's the vlog? And it can really take a toll on them, and I just don't want to put that extra stress on me. So I'm not going to label myself as anything, but
like every other day is just as good as, doesn't damage.
Yeah, I think every other day is a great option. And then maybe I'll post more than every other day. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to talk about that. I was going to make this a whole separate video, but I thought, why not do a live stream and come on and chat with you guys and actually like interact with you guys about this, because it's really just what I wanted to talk to you guys about it. So, oh. Anyways, I'm going to hop into the chat now and I'll answer some of your questions. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to tell you guys that, and hopefully you guys kind of understand. You guys are so sweet. I saw a few people asking how old I am, and I'm 22. I turned 22 in November. I have no idea how many carbs I eat in a day. I do not count that. Sun protection, I use sunscreen, and I showed it actually in the Healthy Habits Part 2 video. It's called Sunbum. What is one thing you are proud of accomplishing during 2017? 2017 was honestly one of the most like roller coaster years that I've had in a really long time. But obviously just like getting to where I am today and putting out that ebook, like that was one of the biggest projects I have ever worked on. It's one of the biggest things that I'm the most proud of. And yeah, I would say that's my biggest accomplishment this year. Good place to buy jewelry, vegan jewelry. There's so many companies out there. I don't really own a lot, but my friend Sue, who lives in Toronto, I actually met her at a vigil, and she gave me 3 of her necklaces, and they're amazing. I wear them like every day. I'm not wearing one today, but I wear them like every day. Her company's called Jewels by SJB, so that's where all my necklaces are from. Have you thought about modeling, and what advice do you give to someone who wants to be a model as a vegan? I've never really like professionally modeled. I've never like done any type of modeling. I don't know. My uncle always told me I should be a model, but I just never did. I was always dance, and I did a lot of like dance modeling, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's something that I'd want to do like professionally or like get into with an agency. It's just not really my scene, and I've kind of dabbled in it a little bit, and just, you know, the people in that scene is just not really my type, so it's probably not something I would do. And I've never been a model, so I'm not sure what tips you were looking for. Next travel destination, I have no idea where we're going to go next. But I really don't want to go back home to the freezing cold. It's like negative 27 back at home now, and it's like plus 27 out here, so. How tall are you? How tall are you? A lot of people are asking how tall I am. I'm like 5'6.5". My bathing suits are from a small shop here in Mexico. I'm not really sure if you can buy them. I do tag them in my Instagram pictures, but I'm not sure if you can buy them online. It's called Alice Oles. I did one of your butt workout videos this morning, and I'm still feeling it. It was intense but amazing. Oh, that's awesome. What are you most excited for in 2018? That's a really great question. The past, like, I would say 3 days, we've been really like brainstorming and like envisioning what we want to do next year. And I will just say that there's going to be a lot of things to look forward to and a lot of new exciting things. Like, I don't think I could just pick one specific thing, so. um, will you ever dye your hair? I haven't dyed my hair in almost 3 years, but my hair is getting blonder from the sun now. But when I do, like when I was at home in Canada and didn't see the sun for like 7 months, the old dye in my hair at the bottom makes my hair look really, really orange, which I don't like. So I'm not sure really what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and just like as naturally as possible fix that. I just want it to go back to my natural looking color until it all grows out. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. Random but important. How are you today? I like that question. I'm great. I'm feeling really, really good. I'm a little bit tired. I feel like I'm like coming down off like the Vlogmas excitement, but I'm feeling good. I'm really good. Thanks for asking. Do you like banana chips? I don't really eat them that often, to be honest. Do you think it's okay to eat healthy sweets like donuts every day when trying to lose weight? And do you think going gluten-free is necessary to lose weight? I don't think going gluten-free is 100% necessary to lose weight. And eating healthy treats every day, I wouldn't say probably is the best thing for weight loss. The best thing for weight loss is to focus on whole plant foods. Make your diet 99.5% whole foods. Sorry. Yeah, so just really focus on eating whole plant foods and avoiding as much processed food as possible. Where did I dance in the past and what happened? I just danced like 45 minutes outside my hometown. I just stopped dancing because I found a different passion, and that was starting YouTube and traveling, and I really wanted to travel, and obviously I couldn't really go to dance while I was traveling, so I was 18 when I stopped dance, and that's the year that you don't really compete anymore unless you want to do something professionally, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, so I was like, I'm just going to go travel. I had no intentions of totally quitting, and then I just kind of found YouTube, and I found an entirely different passion, so my life used to be 100% dance, and now my life is 100% travel, YouTube, veganism stuff, so I don't know. I would like to go back to dance at some point, but I just need time. What do you do when you feel like you're starting to get sick? Honestly, I don't really get that feeling very much, but if I do, it's normally because I've just had a crazy couple days, or I've been traveling and I haven't been sleeping well, or I haven't been eating well. So I just take a day to lay in bed, relax, and give my body what it needs. Lots of high water content like fruits and vegetables, nutrient dense foods, and normally I feel better the next day. What winter coat do you wear when you're back home? Honestly, I don't have one, so I don't really want to go back because I don't have a winter coat. But honestly, I was looking for options. A lot of people gave me a ton of recommendations. I just never bought one because I was like, well, in a few weeks we're probably going to go to Mexico, so there's no point in me getting a winter coat. Oh my gosh, how many people are in here? Holy moly, 239. That's a lot of people. um, How do you define a whole food? I personally define a whole food as something that is in as much of its raw natural state as possible. So, like whole fruits, whole veggies, whole grains, um, baked potatoes. That's not in its raw natural state because a potato is raw, but I mean, you're supposed to cook starches. So, baked potatoes, like things like that. Are you ever going to go on a meet and greet tour? That would be really cool, but I don't know. I don't really like, a lot of people are like, will you ever do like a meetup or like a meet and greet thing? And that's not really like my style. I would rather just like hang out with you guys, not like make it like a huge thing. I don't know. Was Kyle a vegan when you met him? Were you totally vegan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was vegan. He was raw vegan for like 2 weeks when I met him. And then on our first date, he was eating meat because he didn't want to make me feel like weird. My friends are going to try veganism, and I want to show them that it is so much more than a diet. What information or recipes could I provide them with to keep them motivated? Honestly, show them what motivates you, but everyone's going to be different, and everyone's going to like be drawn to certain aspects of veganism. So, if one of your friends like really cares about the environment, then it would be good to show them more information regarding the environment situation. Or if someone's just more influenced by other people that are doing it and they really like to look up to other people, then it's cool to show them maybe like different vegan YouTubers. It really just depends on what your friends are going to be drawn to. For me, as soon as I saw like slaughterhouse footage, then I was like, okay, like now I can do this. So I don't know. It's good to show them a mixture of stuff. I have a whole list of stuff in the description of each one of my YouTube videos that are like a bunch of different videos and stuff that you can show them. But yeah, just show them like what motivates you and why you feel so good doing it. Are you going to settle after your travels, or do you think you're going to keep country hopping? I don't think we're ever going to settle. Technically. Technically, we won't be settled. Right?
Like after this
Yeah.
travel? Traveling.
Yeah.
I continue.
We're going to continue to travel, I think. And we have no idea where we're going next. So I'll just answer that question because I feel like a lot of people will ask that now. How do you deal with rejection? I don't really like remember the last time like I felt a huge sense of rejection. Like something that like I really wanted that I didn't get. But yeah, it's just you just gotta move on. That's the way life is. Don't dwell on it. I was in Adelaide for like 7 months. um, we have no plans for New Year's. We don't really like, we're not partiers. I feel like every day is like a new beginning. So this whole like New Year's thing and New Year's resolution, I mean, maybe it motivates some people, but I'm like motivated every day. So it doesn't really, it's not a huge thing for me. Have you ever been on the pill? Yes, I was on the pill for like 4.5 years, and I've been off of it for like almost 4 years now, I think. What does your family think of your traveling, like your parents, grandparents, etc.? Also, do you practice meditation and yoga? Oh, thank you. Blonde Bunny 7. That's a cute name. My family and parents, they're all very supportive of me traveling. Maybe some of them secretly think I'm crazy, but I don't know. They all seem very supportive and they're all kind of, I would say, like, like they're really, really supportive. They just want to come do it with me. I've never truly been on a raw vegan diet, so I couldn't really answer that question. And I went off the pill because I did research on it and I knew that it wasn't the best thing for me and that I probably shouldn't be on it anymore. And I really just started to care about my body and my health and my hormones. So I was like, I need to get off of this. This is horrible. It's classified as like some type of carcinogen. So why would I be taking this and putting this in my body and tricking my body into thinking that it's pregnant? It just really didn't sit well with me. And as soon as I came off of it, like I swear the birth control pill made me like a different person, the way I thought and just like different ways that I would act. I swear it's honestly crazy. And then how I use like birth control now is the FAM method. It's kind of a long explanation, but basically it's a completely non-hormonal way of birth control, and you do it all yourself, and you like take your temperature and all that stuff. So yeah, you can Google it if you don't know what it is. What do you think you would be doing now in life without Kyle? Honestly, we've answered this question a few times and I really have no idea. If I didn't meet him, I probably would have done something with dance, or I probably would have felt the pressure to go to school because everyone I knew was going to school for something. Yeah, I probably would have went to college. I probably would have went to college to be a teacher, to be honest, and then I probably wouldn't have ever found a job and I would have been unhappy and miserable and not vegan. Do you miss Jack? How long have you had him? Kyle has had Jack since he was in grade 7. Yeah. He was like so like 10 years, he's like a family pet. I've only known Jack as long as I've known Kyle, but I miss him a lot. Like a lot. And yeah. Will you ever travel to a cold climate country, or do you prefer the warm weather only? Honestly, I don't really dig the cold climate. It depends on where it is in the world, though. Like, and like what I'm doing there. Because, like, I don't know. We travel to warm places because we like to get away from the Canadian winter because there's nothing to do there and it's freezing and there's a ton of snow. Yeah, we've spent 20 years each year in the cold climate and we've just kind of had enough of it, so. Bucket list, meet Maddie. Oh, that's so cute. Do you think that you could have the same body now as now if you just did exercise at home? Probably not. Lifting weights has made a huge impact on my body like transformation, and I don't think I would be like building muscle if I wasn't actually lifting weights at the gym. Can you pass me a pillow, like that blue pillow? I really don't want to go to university, but my parents insist I want. Nice throw. I want to travel, but I don't know how I could afford to. Any tips? That is a great question, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to know that as well. So what we did is I worked my butt off. Like I took a few years off school and I worked my butt off and just saved all my money, budgeted as much as possible, like did not spend a lot of money at all.
No, but the point is, our parents let us just
I'm
chill
getting
at
to that. And we didn't have to pay for rent at home. So we weren't paying for rent. My only expenses were my phone bill, my insurance on my car, and gas for my car. And then when we decided, and food. And then when we decided to travel, I sold my car, I sold a lot of my belongings, and I had saved up a bunch of money. And then when you're living in different places of the world, it's not like you're going on vacation. It's not like you're staying at hotels. Like you're staying in budget-friendly places. Like you're actually living in the place. Like we're living in an apartment building.
Yeah,
we're not on like a resort. So you're actually just kind of living in that place. So you're only paying for rent and food. The only thing that you're really going to be spending money on is flights. So you just have to save your money. And then we also make money online. So we made money through YouTube. So that kind of helped us as like supplemental income when we were gone. And then yeah, if your parents don't let you live at home and like not go to school, then that really sucks. Like that's why we were really able to do this, is because we had really supportive parents that didn't force us to go to school.
Also, Asia is the cheapest.
Yeah.
You can't just go to Europe.
Yeah, going to Asia is cheap. You can't just like Kyle just said, you can't just go to Europe and live the way that we've been living. Like you just won't be able to afford that.
Unless you stay in a hostel.
Yeah, unless you stay in like a hostel, but
with like 20.
Yeah. Could you make a video on the logistics of travel, like finding cheap flights? Do you buy international health insurance, phone plans, banking, finding a place to stay, etc.? I think that would be a really good video, actually. Like, I don't think I've done a video that kind of explains all of that. I'm going to write that down, actually. Logistics of travel. I mean, it's all going to depend on what place you're in and how long you're staying for. Because, like, I know a lot of people do videos that are, like, specific to, like, finding a working holiday visa in Australia. So I don't know. How else did you start making money besides YouTube in the beginning? I had a job. I had a full-time job at a health food store, and I was a department manager of the produce department, the meat, and the dairy department, and I was a vegan at that time. But I worked full-time, and I worked my butt off there, and I saved a bunch of money, and then I started YouTube, and then we started traveling. How well did you do in school? That's a cool question. I was like a pretty average student. I definitely cared about my grades a lot. I really focused hard in school. I was a good student. I was definitely not like an A+ student, but I was still a really good student. Not to like toot my own horn, but you know what I mean. There's lots of, I want to visit all of Europe for all of those asking. And I will come to Cape Town at some point in my life, that is for sure. Do you have an airline you like, or do you always use the cheapest option? The website that we use is called skyscanner.com, and that just pulls in like all of the flights from all around. So honestly, we don't really like pick a certain airline. We do try to avoid the budget airlines, especially with traveling with bikes, because then they charge you a ton of extra. So like flying with like reputable airlines, normally they'll just let you check in like your bike as your first checked bag, and they won't charge you extra. But we have had issues with cheap airlines. How do you stay so motivated? I just am. I'm doing what I love to do every day. I'm enjoying what I do every day. and it's motivating to me. I feel good and I'm doing what I love. So, you know, if you don't feel motivated to do what you want to do, then maybe you're not in the right environment, or maybe you're not doing the right thing. What do you think of green smoothie cleanses? Would you ever do a 5-day green smoothie challenge? Honestly, probably not. I don't really see the point in it. If you're eating whole plant foods and you're eating, you know, clean foods, I don't really see the point in doing like a smoothie cleanse. Do you like or want kids? I do like kids. Not sure if I want kids, but I do want animals. Have you ever suffered bullying? Yes, I have. In high school, I actually have a really old video on it explaining what happened and like my view on it now, but yeah. I don't work out every day. Is it enough to survive your life right now just with YouTube and ebook? Or when your money is finished, what do you think to do? I can live perfectly fine the way that I'm living right now, that's for sure. Do you feel safe in Mexico? Yes, I feel very safe here. Oh no, it's stream paused. Video output low. Uh-oh. There's so many people here, that's why. Oh my gosh. I think it's our internet, to be quite honest. Oh no. Babe, I think the internet's like cutting out. Well, the live stream sucks right now. Like, it's super choppy. Okay, hopefully you guys can still kind of hear me and see me, but do you like Indian food? Yes, I do. What time is it here? It's 2:24 p.m. Everyone always asks, will you visit here? Will you visit here? And where to next? And honestly, we have no idea. And we want to visit like everywhere in the world. So to answer your question, yes, we want to visit there. And yes, we will probably be there at some point in our lives. My favorite vegan dish, I have no idea. I really couldn't. I really couldn't pick. I really couldn't. How to stop feeling so worthless after a breakup. Oh, that's so sad. Well, I would think so. But honestly, before you can ever be in a really successful, long-term, healthy relationship, the key is you need to love yourself just as much, if not more, than you love the other person. Because if you don't love yourself and respect yourself, like that's an issue in itself, and you're not going to have a successful relationship with another person. My mom always used to tell me this. She always says, your candle needs to be, I forget how she exactly said it, but your candle needs to be lit and strong before you can light somebody else's candle, meaning like you can't love somebody else unless you love yourself. Wow, that was loud. So you need to, I would say, work on yourself, work on loving yourself more and realizing your self-worth and your just your self-worth. Like, you're so worth it. This person who broke up with you does not define you, he has or she has no power of your worth. Like, he or she has nothing to do with you. Like, you're your own person, and it has nothing, their opinions of you or their connection to you literally does not even matter. Like, you stand on your own. It's not working. The stream keeps going in and out. I don't know. It keeps going in and out, so let me know. I don't know. I'm gonna keep answering questions, but are the recipes in your ebook the same recipes that you make in your vlogs? No, not at all. I really haven't made like any of the recipes that are in my ebook because of that reason. Because then it wouldn't be really fair to the people who spent money on it and purchased it, because then they could just get it for free online. Curious on your opinion of modern medicine. I'm a pre-med college student with an interest in surgery. I've been vegan for 6 years and I'm very excited to mesh my love of holistic living and medicine. Opinions on modern medicine? I mean, in some sense, I think it's wonderful because it can save a lot of lives, especially like in certain situations where in nature we wouldn't really be able to save ourselves with just holistic or plant-based medicine. But I do think, like there's obviously a lot going on with money and that whole thing. But like obviously like surgeries and different things like that, like that's needed. It's always going to be needed. But yeah, I don't really want to get too much into that, but yes, this video will be posted afterwards. Have I met Bonnie Rebecca? Yes, I have. I met her in Thailand very briefly. I don't even think we said very many words to each other, but we did meet, yeah. Oil in your diet affects acne. Honestly, I really truly used to think that oil gave me a ton of acne, but even just like eating out at restaurants here that do have some oil in it, I really don't see that much of a difference in my skin from when I don't eat oil at all. So I really don't know exactly how much it affects my skin. I really don't know. I don't think that oil is a health food and eating deep fried oily things is healthy, but I don't exactly know how much it personally affects my skin. Do you ever feel like, as a vegan who is giving an example to new coming vegans and young people, pressured to have the abs and to be toned and keep slim? I don't feel pressure. I don't feel pressure to be anything. I don't feel pressure from anyone. I feel pressure being a YouTuber to only make sure that I'm putting out enough content, but I don't feel pressure to look a certain way or to say a certain thing, or because even in real life, like nobody else's opinion of me matters. So I'm just here just to do my thing, really. Will you guys ever have a pet that you travel with, like a doggy? I don't know, babe. Will we? Will we? We were talking about this last night, and I was actually like looking up online like how to fly with a dog, because I don't really want to put a dog like in the belly of an airplane. I don't really want to fly with a dog, so I don't know. Kyle says not anytime soon. I hear people ask about tofu, which is important to them, and it seems like you skip over them. Honestly, there's so many comments. I'm not purposely trying to skip over any comments. If you have a question about tofu, just type it in and I'll look for it. I'm not purposely skipping over questions. What do I do to get rid of cravings, meat or unhealthy foods? I've never craved meat, just because I honestly think meat is so gross now that I know what it is. Like, it's not something that I look at as some type of food. But if I ever did get any type of craving, I definitely did at the beginning, more so like dairy when I was first going vegan. But honestly, I was trying to be so healthy and I was trying to like have a green juice every day and eat a salad every day. And like that was a huge change from my regular diet, my chicken finger and junk food diet. So if I realized that I could just let myself have vegan options of these things, like vegan chicken fingers or vegan ice cream, because I just thought that all that stuff was like toxic to me and I shouldn't have it, then I probably would have dealt with cravings a little better. But like when I was trying to go vegan, I remember I was nannying. Um, I used to like nanny or babysit my dance teacher's son, and he would have like goldfish, like cheese crackers, and she had like chocolate one time, and I wanted that piece of chocolate so bad and it had milk in it. So I put it in my mouth and I chewed it and then I was like, this is not worth it, and I spit it out. So like that's how far like I took it. Like I didn't even like get myself some vegan chocolate. I didn't even get myself some vegan ice cream or some vegan cheese crackers, you know what I mean? I have a lot of goals for the new year. I'm not sure I really want to publicly share them with you all right now, but I do have a lot. I didn't get the email about the new printed version of your ebook. What should I do? If any of you didn't get the email of the printed version, please send me an email using the contact us button on my website. That way I can help you out from there. How do I sleep better? How do I satisfy my sweet cravings healthily? Fruit is sweet, it's satisfying. Make sure that you're eating enough food on a daily basis though, because if you're just not eating and satisfying yourself at every meal, then you're gonna have those like cravings for like the quick and easy calories. And then sleeping better, it depends on like what's interrupting your sleep, really. Would you and Kyle's do would you and Kyle's would you and Kyle do a couples massage or spa day while in Mexico? I want to say I've heard of the beach massages there. I mean everywhere that's like touristy has beach massages. I honestly don't really think they're like the best massages.
Massage each other.
Yeah, we just would just give each other massages. He gave me a massage on the beach the other day. I don't have to get somebody else. It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. On Christmas. It was my Christmas present. Are you gonna do a cheat day? I don't do cheat days. I don't believe in cheat days. Not meaning that I don't believe in treating myself, but I don't believe in having a day that is designated to cheating and eating junky food all day. Like, I don't think that's a good mindset to have. Do you think you will ever come out with merch? Um, maybe. Yeah, it would. I wouldn't just come out with merch just to have merch. Like that's not really what I'm about. It needs to be something meaningful. It needs to have something behind it. So maybe in the future. Do I miss dancing? Yes, I do. What do you think about the 10K calorie challenge? I think it's pretty not good for your body. I think it's probably a great way to get views on your YouTube channel, but is it worth it? I don't know.
Can I actually do it? No.
Can I do it? No. So why would I try? I don't know. When will you be doing your next ebook sale? Honestly, probably not for a while, as I just did the Black Friday sale and the Christmas sale just finished up not like a few hours ago. So I'm not sure. What do you think about staying in someone else's house during a holiday, like with a family? Like me personally doing that? I don't know. It's not really something that we have to do, as we can just afford and work and live where we want to. So it's not really, people think that like we're on holidays right now, but we're not really on holidays. Like we work and live wherever we are in the world, which is just like the freedom that we have. So I live in Mississauga. Where can I buy your ebook? Oh, you live really close to us. Not right now, but my ebook's on my website, maddielymburner.com. Running 90 kilometers a week, is it bad? Running 70 kilometers a week, is it bad? Why would that be bad? I'm not sure, like, in what context do you mean? Transitioning to a vegan diet almost for a year or something now, but I live with my family, which is not vegan at all. How can I stay vegan while living with my family? I lived with my family until we started traveling. None of them were vegan. I was vegan. There was just no other option. Kyle did the same thing. There was just no other option for us. We bought all our own food. We stored all our own food in our room, or we had a designated spot in the fridge. We made all of our own meals, and we just did it. So you just got to do it. We lived off banana smoothies and potatoes for a really long time. Do you and Kyle split all expenses half and half, or do you put all your money together? I feel like that's a very personal question. But I mean, I don't know. It's just that's a very personal question. But I get, yeah, I don't really understand why I need to answer that. But I'm vegan in the military, and I see a difference in my running and fitness. But can you believe they banned hemp seeds? We are all getting positive drug tests from it. I'm gonna miss hemp. That's weird. That sucks. I love hemp seeds. That's so weird that you're getting positive. But there's not like THC in it. I guess like anything. If that sucks. Is it bad that I run that much and being vegan at the same time? Can I nourish my body good enough? I think being vegan is the best way to nourish your body doing that. Like, if you were eating meat, that wouldn't really benefit you. Like, I don't think that would be better if you were eating animals. Yeah, Kyle just said the best marathon runners are Kenyans who live off corn and rice. I ordered your book yesterday, so will it ship to me when you get back to Canada, or is it going to ship to me while you're in Mexico? I'm not sure why people think or have the idea that it's a physical book. It's an ebook, and it's advertised as an ebook, and I've talked about it and I've shown it in videos. It's an electronic book. Ebook means electronic book, a PDF file that you can use on all of your electronic devices. So you should have gotten an email with a download link if you've already purchased it. And you can download it from there. I also wanted to ask if you've ever had a hard time losing weight or were always skinny. I've never been overweight in my life. Never like very overweight in my life. I already answered the question about the next ebook sale. We probably won't be having one for a while because we just had 2 very big 50% off sales. So I honestly couldn't pick my favorite recipe from any section in my book. Like, I really couldn't. I really couldn't pick. Like, I really couldn't pick. I love, like, that's why I made that book, is because I love all of the recipes in them. Must be so hard to show your life and have comments on here and everywhere all the time. Do you miss some kind of privacy? I'm gonna leave you, take care of you. I don't, I mean, I choose what I put out on the internet. So, like, I control what is private and what's not private. Obviously, people ask a lot of questions because they're interested, and that obviously that comes with the territory. Like, I'm talking about my life on here, so it doesn't bother me. I've never lost my period on a vegan diet, so I'm probably not the best person to ask. Are there just recipes in your ebook? There's over 100 recipes. I think there's 104 recipes in there. And then there's also a section on tips on how to get started on a plant-based diet and how to kind of like stick with it, just like my general tips on the whole vegan lifestyle. And then there's also a frequently asked questions section with answers to like a lot of like common questions or just frequently asked questions that I get a lot, with a ton of like actual like backed up resources to provide more information on that.
Flex.
You didn't flex, you were wrong. How can I convince my parents to go vegan? Me and Kyle actually did an entire video on this with like a message to parents. But it all depends on like your parents' reasoning behind it, I would think. Looking forward to the dressing recipes you're going to test when you get back home. I love the tahini maple dressing you make on your channel. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited. I really need like the Vitamix though to make salad dressings, especially if I'm like, I really want to try and recreate that garlic and olives dressing, but it just wouldn't work in the blender that we have right now. Today I went to the doctor's to get checked and he told me to get on the scale, so I did. He told me that I gained 15 kilos since the last time, and he told me I should eat meat because my parents told him I'm veg. So he told you to eat meat because you gained weight? That's a real good doctor. Like, oh, honestly, I don't want to get into that, but yeah. How can I eat vegan when going to non-vegan restaurants? It depends on where you are going. Like if you're going to go to a steakhouse, you probably won't have as many options as if you were going to go to like some type of Asian cuisine restaurant, but most places will have like sides of either like French fries or baked potatoes or just steamed veggies or rice or salads. Or if you kind of know where you're going beforehand, you can call them and ask them if they have any vegan options and if they can whip you up something if you know like what time you're going to get there at. I actually have a video talking about this. Do you ever use cacao powder? Not really. I do use it if I'm like baking sometimes, but I don't really use cacao powder. I use cocoa powder because cacao can be very bitter. Do you think fruit sugars can make you fat if you've had too much of it?
No,
Honestly, I don't know. I've never tested it. I've never sat on a couch and not moved my body for a really long period of time and ate a ton of fruit. That's just not what I do. I eat fruit and I eat a lot of fruit, but I eat it in normal amounts. Like I exercise, I have a healthy lifestyle, I eat whole plant foods. It's not like, I don't think we should be stressing about, oh my God, did I eat too much of this? Am I gonna gain weight now? It's like, no, just focus on eating whole plant foods, foods that are coming from the earth, and you'll be okay. Are you working on new recipes and pure maple syrup? Do you use it a lot? Please make cornbread. Right now, I'm not really working on any new recipes because I don't have a full kitchen at the moment. I will be posting like more recipe videos as I create certain things, maybe more some like one-pot recipes. And maple syrup, I haven't used any maple syrup since being here in Mexico because it's super expensive, but at home where it's cheap in Canada, I do use a lot of it to sweeten things. Do you drink coffee? What are your thoughts on it? And do you think it's bad? I've just started drinking it. I don't think coffee is a good habit to get into and to become reliant on. A lot of people are reliant on coffee to get themselves up in the morning, to have energy, to go to the bathroom in the morning. And I think like being dependent on it isn't healthy at all, and it can take a toll on your body for sure, especially if you're relying on it for energy, because it's just fake energy. You're not actually giving your body like calories as fuel. But I think like coffee, maybe like every once in a while, it's not going to kill you. It's not bad. I personally don't drink coffee a lot. I'm not reliant on it. Like as you guys see, like I don't drink coffee every day. But I do have it like once in a while.
I like the taste.
Yeah, I like the taste. It's not really like.
I don't drink coffee or.
Yeah. I really love your advice because it's good common sense advice. Thank you. I would love to see a skincare video. Your skin looks so radiant. I have a few on my channel. You should check them out.
Tan.
I know, I'm getting tan. I'm getting my glow back, guys. I'm getting comments that are like, your hair looks so dull. Your skin looks so dull. Like, you looked way better when you were traveling. I got a comment saying that my skin looks so dull and pale. My hair isn't shiny anymore. My eyes have no sunshine behind them or something like that anymore. And I look very gaunt and I look like a skeleton. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, you probably started watching me when I was living in summer months for like an entire year, and now you're seeing me after 7 months living in Canada with 0 sunlight, so my hair is dark and I'm pale. Like, jeez.
Kind of things that happen when you share your whole life.
Yeah. These are the types of comments and stuff that you get when you been sharing your entire life online. But you guys haven't known me my whole life. Dealing with bloating, constipation, indigestion, I have a whole video on it because I dealt with it for a solid like 2 years when I went vegan. Would you ever want to make a vegan food product to sell to your fans, such as hemp smoothie mix, granola, or something along those lines? I mean, those are pretty generic things. If I were to create something, it would have to be like something nobody has and nobody has thought of, and it has to be like something like legit, not just like here's my own like smoothie mix, or you know what I mean? So yeah. Skincare routine and hair care routine, they're both on my channel. You should never be, if you're scared to start a YouTube channel because you're scared of other people's opinions and what they're going to say, then maybe YouTube and putting yourself out there on social media isn't the thing for you. You really just have to be able to not care at all, because that's what's going to make you genuine, and that's what's going to make you come across genuine on camera. That's what's going to make people like you. So when I first started doing YouTube, I was scared to be on camera. I was scared of what people were going to think of me. And if you go back and watch some of my first videos, you can tell I'm not being myself. I'm not acting the way I am right now, like just having a conversation with you guys. So
you just told her to make.
I did at the beginning, but if it's something that petrifies you and it's not what, like, you can't get over that, then don't do it. You have to have a thick skin to be able to do YouTube. I knew that, like, I have a thick skin, but I was just nervous to be on camera. many like comments that I don't know what they mean. What do you think about donating stuff / money? Donating stuff is always good if you're not using it. I'm not sure what you mean by money though. Safety is what I'm concerned about. It's pretty safe to do YouTube if you're not like giving out your street address. Is snacking a lot between meals means I'm not eating a lot? Well, if you just said you're snacking a lot, so that means that you're eating. It all depends on what you're eating though. I've never watched The Walking Dead. I don't watch like any TV shows. What are your thoughts on feeding your pets meat as a vegan vegetarian? Honestly, like I don't have my own pet. Like I don't own my own pet and buy all its food. Like my dog, and when my cat was alive, like I didn't buy their food. They're a family pet, so my parents bought their food, so I didn't really have any control over it. I did buy my dog like vegan dog food and wet food and stuff like that, but I do think that dogs can be vegan. I haven't done a ton of research into cats being vegan, but cats seem very carnivorous to me, and I don't think it would be right to feed them a vegan-only diet if they're carnivores. Like the main, and I think a lot of people have to understand that like the meat that goes into pet food, I actually learned this being at like a vigil. So we kill the pig so that we can eat their meat, and that's why they go to slaughter. And then all of the stuff that can't be sold for like human consumption gets sent away in a truck. And let me tell you, that truck smells disgusting, and that's what goes into all like the pet food. So, I mean, if you really have a problem with it and you don't want to buy that stuff, that's great. Maybe like go to like a butcher shop, but it's not really like the main cause for slaughtering animals, I don't think, in my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but that's just from what I've been told. What are your PCOS symptoms? I don't think I have PCOS. I eat pretty healthy vegan food, but I never work out or leave the house. I'm just a bit overweight. Vegans say you can still be skinny if you're not being active. What do you think about this? I mean, sure, you can still be skinny, but you're not going to be fit. You're not going to be healthy. Like, it's healthy to move your body. Your body is designed to move. Your body's designed to, like, run and walk. Like, you need to move your body to be healthy. It's not about just being skinny. Just because you're skinny does not mean that you're healthy. It's about health. It's not about the way that your body looks. It's about health. I've been vegan for 4 years now. I've never been to the Grand Canyon, and that is on the bucket list, so don't worry, we will be there. I tried to make my dogs vegan, and I researched so much and gave them all the nutrients they needed. After a few months, they lost a lot of weight, and their gums turned white. That's not good. I know a lot of people that do feed their dogs vegan, so maybe you just weren't doing it right. I know you said you did a lot of research, but I don't know. How do I cut out dairy? You stop eating the dairy that comes from animals, that comes from cows, that comes from goats, or whatever breast milk you are getting from another animal, and you switch to eating plant-based stuff. You have almond milk or coconut milk instead of milk that's for a baby calf. You have vegan yogurt instead of fermented fermented cow's milk. You have vegan cheese instead of eating cow cheese. It's super easy. What does a 13-year-old boy need to eat? Food, and lots of it. There's no like specific requirements, I don't think, for a 13-year-old boy, but you can survive very healthfully on a vegan diet if that's what you're asking. I've never been a huge cheese person. I never liked any like regular cheese. It was like I would only eat cheese if it was melted on pizza, so I'm not a huge cheese person. I don't even really like a lot of vegan cheese, so. Favorite place I've traveled to is Kauai by far. Did you just go vegan overnight? I think you might have answered this before, but not really sure. No, I didn't. I cut out meat overnight. It was Christmas Day, like 4 years ago. I had a piece of bacon, even though I decided I was going to be vegan. And then dairy, I would cut it out, but then I would have like times where I would eat it, and that lasted for like 2 months. So I never ate eggs though, so I don't even remember the last time I had eggs. Ugh. No idea how much I weigh. Don't weigh myself. Can you please do a back focus workout? I should probably do a back focus workout because I've never done one before in my life. I've never traveled solo before. Favorite smoothie combo right now is bananas, coconut milk, frozen mango, and fresh passion fruit. Good breakfast meals other than oatmeal. You can make, if you're into savory stuff, you can do like a tofu scramble with like baked potatoes and veggies and stuff like that, or like avocado toast, or you can make your own like granola muesli. You can have some fruit. There's lots of different options. Maple syrup is really expensive here. In your ebook that calls for this, what can I use as a substitute? Any type of liquid sweetener. Like here in Mexico, it's super expensive for maple syrup, so I've just been buying agave syrup because it's much cheaper. Is there going to be a video tomorrow? Not tomorrow, but the next day. I'm going to start doing videos every other day, so I guess this counts as like a video today, and then I'm going to be filming tomorrow, and then the video will be up the next day. Not fully vegan yet, but I've started with cutting out meat, but should I do the same for my toddler? Is that recommended? You can be vegan at any age, even from being vegan in the womb. I would definitely recommend checking out some of the vegan families that are on YouTube. Ellen Fisher, Sarah Lemkus, they've all raised their kids completely vegan and they're super healthy. Mr. and Mrs. Vegan also have, I think he's almost 1 now, and he was raised completely vegan. So yeah, you can definitely do it. Do you like coconut yogurt? Yes, I do love coconut yogurt. How long do you usually spend at the gym working out? It depends on what I'm doing and how much time I have, to be honest, but usually between like an hour to an hour and a half. Does agave even taste good? It does the job, but I would much prefer maple syrup. What kind of dance did I do? I did ballet, point, lyrical, contemporary, jazz, tap, only until I was 12. Hip hop, acro, and I even did musical theater. I did like everything. If you could meet any famous person, dead or alive, who would it be and why? That's a tough one. I don't really know. I'd have to think about that one. I really don't know. If you could only eat 3 fruits for the rest of your life, what would they be? They'd have to be really good quality, and I'd have to have them like good quality all the time. But mangoes for sure, bananas because they're a staple. Does avocado count as a fruit? Because it would be avocado from Mexico. Or like watermelon or something. How should I go about being vegan during the holidays around a family that isn't super supportive and doesn't serve anything vegan? I caved and ate meat for Christmas with my family because I felt left out. Oh, that really sucks. Bring your own vegan meal. Bring your own vegan dish and give it to people and inspire people and show people that, hey, like, you can eat this and it tastes really good. But like, there just really isn't another option, so you just have to make it work for yourself. You can't rely on your family members to accommodate you because they're just not going to. Like, they don't have to, and they may think that you're weird. So you have to think about yourself and put yourself first in these kinds of situations. So you have to make your own meals. You have to bring your own food, or you just don't eat it. And who cares if you feel left out? Like, I don't care if I felt left out not eating a dead animal on the table. Like, you know what I mean? I have zero thoughts on Asina O'Neill. Asina? Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't even know. Thinking about starting a lifestyle page, what tips do you have for starting out, and what has sustained you all this time? Is it your passion for spreading the message or something else? It's all about being passionate about what you're doing. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're not going to do it. So you have to be passionate about what you're doing. If you're not, it's not going to be sustainable for you. So I love what I do every day, and I have a meaning behind what I'm doing every day. It's not just like, oh, this is what I decided to do. It's no, like, I want to educate people and I want to inspire people because this is something that's going to help change the world. Not just, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the benefit of everything else in the world. So I prefer summer weather, of course, if you didn't already know that. I've never tried dry brushing before, no. How did you start an ebook? I just started. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Instead of doing daily vlogs, you're doing daily what I eat in days. I'm not going to be doing anything daily. I really don't think filming your life and having to share your life every single day is very healthy for you, to be honest. Unless, anyway, I really don't think it's healthy. I don't watch any TV. I do sugar waxing when I do wax, but to be honest, I don't have a lot of body hair, so I just don't really need to. I'm eating your chocolate coconut raspberry cheesecake from your ebook, and it's amazing. Oh, I'm so jealous. I really wish I had some. Will I get a dog? Probably one day. Recently went vegan and I feel sluggish even though I'm eating very clean, rice, sweet potato, ton of green veggies. Could just be your body getting used to it. If you're changing from like a really not so healthy diet, it could also be that you're not eating enough, so you're not giving your body enough fuel. Recently, oh no, I just answered that. It's wintertime where I live right now. What would you advise me to do to stay active? It gets dark at 2 p.m. Oh my gosh, that sucks. And it's really cold outside, so I use that as an excuse all the time. The weather is never an excuse. I post a ton of at-home workouts on my channel, so if that's something that you're interested, you can do that. Or like join a sport in your area, like join like a class so that it's like you actually have a specific time that you need to go and you have other people that are there, other people that are expecting you there, so it kind of keeps you motivated. I don't have a P.O. box. Just because I'm traveling all the time, I'm in different spots, so like there would be no way of me getting it all year round. But if there's something specific, you can always DM me. I have a lot of projects on my mind coming up, nothing specific that I'm intentionally working on at the moment. A dessert recipe ebook. I actually didn't really think of doing something like that, but I don't know. I have a lot of ideas. I have 2 younger brothers. Any tips for someone who wants to go vegan but doesn't really like eating veggies or certain fruits? I was the pickiest eater. I didn't like avocados. I didn't like sweet potatoes. I didn't like beans. I didn't like bananas. I didn't like bananas, guys. But I figured out that it's because I wasn't eating good quality things. I wasn't eating them in combinations that I knew I would like, and I just wasn't used to eating them. Like, avocado was the weirdest texture for me. It tasted so gross, and I was like, ew, ew, I don't even want to try that. Like, that's disgusting. And now I couldn't live without avocado. So you just have to really be open-minded and try certain things and try them in different recipes. If you, like, for instance, I didn't like sweet potatoes, so I started hiding them in different like soups and stews where it wasn't an overpowering taste of sweet potato. And then your body gets kind of like used to eating it and you start to enjoy those tastes more. Sunscreen brands, I would recommend using either just a plain zinc oxide, but honestly, I didn't really find that worked as well. It could have just been the brand that we had. But right now we're using one from Sunbum. I'm not trying to be salty, I don't understand people's questions. I like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be salty. Yes, I can do a morning routine. The longest flight that I've ever been on was a flight to Thailand, and I swear, I think it was like 16 or 17 hours. It was not a good time. Honestly, being vegan isn't even a healthy lifestyle. You're depriving your body from all the things it needs, so stop promoting that. What? Do you have anything to back that up? Do you have any science to back that up? Because I could hit you with a lot of articles. If you want to private message me, I could really prove you wrong on that one. Um, hit me with something that your body needs that you can't get from a vegan diet. Oh, you retracted your message. Do you have a vegan lasagna recipe? I do not. Not at the moment, but I want to create one. What do you think about solo traveling? Would you ever do it? I have so many places I want to travel to, but I'm currently not with a partner. Don't know anyone with a passion for traveling as much as me. Um, I never really had the passion to travel. Like when I wasn't with Kyle, he was the one that like pushed me to travel. But I would definitely go and travel places by myself. I think it's a great way to meet people that are more like-minded and kind of like on the same path as
you.
you.
Go traveling by yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna find people on your travels, so I wouldn't worry about it. I would just go and do it. Thoughts on eating before bedtime or not? Honestly, I really don't think it makes that much of a difference, like in regards to, I think people say you shouldn't eat before bed for like weight loss. I think it more so affects your digestion because when you're sleeping, it could affect your sleep schedule as well, or like your quality of sleep, because you want your body not to be putting all its energy into digestion while you're sleeping. You want your body to rest. So the serving sizes, I realized that maybe I should have put serving sizes, but I intentionally didn't, which is kind of, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense in the long run. I might actually like update that and send out an updated version, but you can like tell how much it's gonna make. For example, like the mac and cheese, like you know how much noodles there's in that. I didn't put serving sizes because I didn't want people to think that this is how much I consider a serving, and if you eat that exact serving, like you're gonna lose weight or you're gonna look like me or whatever. Because I've had questions like that already, and I always promote like just eating as much as you need to feel satisfied. So is my full name Maddie? No, my full name is Madeline. I'm definitely not interested in acting. I don't think I could be a good actor. It's just not really my scene, I don't think. Um, it depends on the type of yeast regarding like is yeast vegan. It depends on the brand of yeast. I actually made that mistake. I think it's like the pizza yeast that I bought has like, what's it, L-cysteine? It might not be that, but it comes from like goose feathers or something like that. So you just have to research and know the brand. But generally, yeast is vegan. What do you think of people that are against going vegan when you're struggling with an eating disorder because they see it as another way of restricting eating, cutting food groups out? I can totally understand the frustration, but I can totally understand their point of view from it because they're not totally educated on veganism and what it all entails and like the benefits of it. So, I understand, but they're just not educated enough. So it's kind of like a hard thing to deal with, but I don't really have any thoughts on those people. But like, if that's what you want to do, and if it's like your parents, then it can totally be a tough situation. I actually had a few girls message me yesterday in that exact situation, and I totally get it. I totally get it from both sides. So it's just something that you're going to have to work with them on. Recipe challenge videos. Yes, I want to do more recipe challenge videos, but I don't know. They're fun. They're a lot of work, and I feel like we would need a full kitchen to do those. We don't really have all the kitchen tools here, so. I'm getting really bored during workout. Any tips? You need to find something that you enjoy doing, because if you're getting bored during it, you're not going to want to do it anymore. So find something that you enjoy. What did I want to be when I grew up? I never really had like a certain thing, but I think in like some school projects I wanted to be like a doctor or a teacher or a vet. Like I just wanted to do something that was like helpful and was like working with people or working with animals or something like that. I actually was, for the longest time, I was going to go to school to be a teacher, but I was also going to go to school to be like an EA, like an education assistant, to work with, like kids with mental disabilities or any type of disabilities in school. Can you do a makeup tutorial on your daily makeup? I actually have that on my channel. It's what's in my cruelty-free makeup bag. I'm sorry for saying that about vegans. I've just had it rough with my family who doesn't allow me to become vegan. I'm vegetarian and wish I could become vegan. See, like I'm actually really glad that you said that. Like, that's pretty brave of you to come back and say that. And I totally get it. And I totally get like family can have such a big influence on you and make you feel like that. But honestly, like really do your research. Because it's not true. It's really not true that you can't get certain things on a vegan diet. That's awesome that you're vegetarian though, but you can maybe it's like your parents won't let you become vegan, and I totally get that. I have a video on that that's kind of like discussing that topic and different things that you can do, and it was sort of like a message to parents video, so maybe watch that video. But thank you for responding and saying that. I appreciate it. Reading ingredient lists, knowing whether something is vegan or not is sometimes difficult. I totally agree. But honestly, it becomes easier and easier if you're focusing on more, less refined foods, more healthier focused foods. Because if you're getting into things that are like, have all of like these chemical names, that's really hard to tell if some of them are vegan, and I honestly don't even know, but I don't really eat those types of products, so I don't have to worry about it. I just can look at an ingredient list and I can tell whether it's vegan or not because they're just such simple ingredients. So maybe you need to kind of focus on eating more simple ingredient foods. Do you have a lot of vegan friends? I do have a lot of vegan friends, but I also have a lot of non-vegan friends. An oats topping challenge. That's actually a good idea. We could do that one here. So maybe we will do an oatmeal challenge video. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Do you have any side jobs or is your focus on YouTube? My whole life is social media. This is my job, which is amazing. I'm so thankful for that. And then I also sell an ebook online, so that's another form of income. Do you eat chips and chocolate? Every once in a while, yes. You know, I'm a human being. I haven't had chocolate in a really long time, though. I haven't had chocolate since being in Mexico because I haven't found any like good vegan chocolate that's not like $12 for a bar. um, do you avoid salt and oil? Not entirely, no. I definitely don't avoid salt. I add salt to my food. Oil, I don't cook with oil. I just don't think it's necessary. It's just not something that I feel I need to cook with. It's not a health food in my opinion, but if I'm going out to eat, then I will eat with oil if there's just a little bit in it. Thoughts on eating honey? I don't eat it. I don't think it's vegan. I would really like do some research if you think otherwise. But you know, there's just so many other options. Like, just have some maple syrup. Do you think cheat days are healthy for the body and the mind? I don't think being in the mindset of having a cheat day is healthy. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be on a diet where you're healthy all the time and then, oh my gosh, I'm so looking forward to Saturday where I can binge and eat anything that I want. It's just like, that's not healthy. That's not a healthy mindset. Maybe it's healthy for your body. I have no idea. I don't do that. I just, if I want some chocolate or whatever, like, I'll have it. Like, I don't really like have a day where I eat a bunch of junk food. I haven't been to college or university. How can I stay motivated during workouts at home? When I'm at the gym, I'm super motivated, but I can't go too often there because it's a bit far from where I live. Any tips? Um, I mean, I just do like the at-home workouts. I'm not like super motivated to do the at-home workouts. I really only do them when I don't have time to go to the gym. So I totally understand. Like, it can definitely be like less motivating than going to the gym. I totally get that. A lot of people who watch my at-home workouts, they feel more motivated because it's a real-time workout, so they're actually like doing it with me. So maybe that's an option. Like, maybe you can find more real-time workouts that you can follow, so it's not like you're like forcing yourself to just like do this and there's nobody like watching you. What's a fun workout? Anything that you find enjoyable. I can't really tell you what you would find fun. I think the stream is cutting in and out. I've been on here for like an hour and a half, so I should probably go anyways. But our internet just hasn't really been the greatest here for the past few days. It keeps cutting in and out, so. Whew. An hour and a half of straight talking. Anyways, this is gonna be an upload on my YouTube channel. So if you guys missed part of it, you can watch the beginning. I do talk about like the title of this live stream, why I will never be a daily vlogger. I talked a bit about that in my experience of daily vlogging at the beginning of this live stream. So yeah, you can check that out. And thanks so much for joining this live stream. I always love hanging out with you guys and just interacting and answering your questions. It's honestly like, I wish I could stay on here and do this for like 3 hours, but I don't think a lot of people would click on a 3-hour video and actually retain some of the information. So I'll just have to do them more often. The last meal I ate would be like breakfast this morning, but the last food that I ate was a piece of bread with some jam on it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this live stream and enjoyed listening to me. If you were here for this whole hour and a half, you are a trooper, and I love you. And even if you weren't, I still love you. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining. I need to figure out how to end this thing again. All right, I love you guys. I will see you guys not tomorrow, but the next day.